the way out to Corydon, Indiana, to an undisclosed location to pick up the 72 Duster. We've got with us our friend Paul Schindler. Tell us about what you do, Paul.
Actually, I just mainly mow grass and do landscaping and small odds and ends jobs, clean up and stuff. But every once in a while, I'll haul a car, or if somebody breaks down or somebody needs something hauled, I can do that as well.
Yeah, and Paul's helped us out. He's helped us get the van from up in Indy, and that was a fun adventure because this the dude you see back there that we're hauling it with, it was cold. It was December. What was it? The hydraulic fluid or something?
It wouldn't tilt.
Yeah, it wouldn't tilt, and we was playing all kinds of games to get it up on there. So it was an adventure to say the least. So we're hoping for less of an adventure and more of a smooth transaction this time. So here in a second, you'll see it when we come in the driveway, I guess. I think he's supposed to have it ready. He kind of had it back almost in the field. It was almost a field car, but not quite. So you'll see that here in a second, quicker than we will. We got to wait another 20 minutes to get out of there, so you're going to see it right now. Well, it seems pretty solid. There it is. Getting ready to go on down the road. Alright, so we got the 72. Many thanks to Paul. And the gentleman we bought it from gave us a good deal on it. So it'll be in the queue for the project. We got to get this van done first, and we'll get into that Duster. So next you see it here in a minute, we'll be back at the house pushing on it and all that stuff, getting in its new home. So it's an adventure. At least if we can get it from here. We're back at the house. You're about ready to see it. So here it is. It's now in its new, mildly temporary home, the 72 Duster. And it was fun getting it in here. Had to deal with the fire pit, you know. But we got around it, and this is the car. Comes with a full later bumper right here with the big shock absorbers. That's B74 through 76, and then we got, looks like the original front bumper. It's got some damage on it. Might be able to straighten it out. We'll look. But good thing is we got a nice set of tail lights for a 72, and some little things I need to kind of inventory, like the little bezel for the antenna right there. And one cool thing was, I was thinking about the radio situation on the van here recently, and it didn't have a radio on it originally. And so there was no antenna hole on the side. Well, I was looking in this car, and we've got a van antenna, or at least an antenna that would work good on the van. And it's got the nice long radio cable, and it looks like it's got most of its hardware. So score all around, okay? So we'll put that in there. We also got an extra trunk lid. It's a little bit better shaped than the one that's on it. So that's a plus. It's a little dark in here. I'll have to apologize for that. But here's another funny thing is this is apparently out of a van. So maybe a little bit later. I'll have to run the numbers on it. It's probably a 318. We're pretty sure it is. But so again, there's no gauge cluster. We've got a B&E body shifter, which I will probably take out and sell, but it looks like it's all there. And we'll just run the column. See, it's got a column shift originally, so we'll just run that and get the linkage if we need it. And anything else in here, looks like there's a I don't know, gas cap, maybe a little bigger than what this one needs. Got some rear bumper brackets, some kick panel insulation, and what's that, an ashtray? Yeah, an ashtray, maybe. I don't know if it goes in here or not, but we've got pretty decent, at least the upper panels in here. We got sun visors, a little clean up. The A-pillars are a little rough, and our metal door casing here needs to be fixed. It probably does that from all the stress over the years, so we'll fix that. But that'll be in the whole course of the restoration type of deal. Got one of the later aftermarket spoilers on it. Taillight panel might be toast, but we might be able to fix it. We'll see. Underneath it ain't too bad there. Trunk floor's in rough shape, no lock. I'll get that open and show you here shortly. But kind of surprisingly, the door shuts pretty good. Has a little drag to it. They're in pretty good shape. Just need a good de-rusting. Even underneath, just got blisters from the white paint, stuff like that. Tell there's some Bondo in there, but when you get to the rear quarter panels, I'm not usually surprised. At this point in the game, they're almost 50 years old, so that's all gonna come off, I'm sure, anyways. So pretty good bones here. One thing I noticed here, so you'll notice this grill is kind of saggy on that right side. It's a good grill. It just if you look here, there's a little bracket that's attached to the fender. Looks like it's broken off or something there, missing. Maybe they got it off of a later year, I don't know. So we'll have to put that on there so that it'll set up higher again, like that. I'm real versed in the 73 and up, so some of this is a little new to me because they changed the design a little bit of this whole front end. So we'll get used to that. And it's pretty clean up here. There is these holes here, which are basically just a lap joint. Same thing over there. And our battery tray area isn't all laid out. There's a little repair we need to do here and put our pedestal and then our tray in. I think I got a pedestal. I have to find a tray. This piece just goes in under the K-frame here like that. Bolts in. Frame rails look solid. We got manual steering. It's got a 727, which this being out of a van makes sense, having the bigger transmission, so that's a positive. Our wiring over here looks like it's fairly intact. There might be some issues there, but you can get these front harnesses pretty reasonable. The dash harness, I haven't looked at real close. They're the ones you kind of want to hope that's still good. And if we take a quick peek, we might be able to figure out something there. I mean, just looking, it looks like the fuse box might be a little messy. And our connector here looks like it's decent shape. Nothing to be complaining about. Here's the heater controls. They're all there. We got a speaker in there. It looks like it might be jiggling around. Yeah, it's shaking around in there. It's toast. It'll come out. We'll have to get some new vents. That's common bad stuff there. And when you're back looking in the inside, the headliner might be salvageable. We'll see. Just another project. That's the way it goes. Now I know this floor is ate up in spots. We'll see how bad. Hopefully just the front panels, but we'll find out. It does have subframe connectors somebody put in. It looks like they did a decent job, if not a great job. And just a little crusty under there. So it's in a tight spot here, but like I said, this is a temporary home for this car. Keep it out of the weather, let it dry off a little bit. It's supposed to rain real good tonight and get real cold, so we got a good starter car here. This is I seem like I get these in all different shapes, and when I say shapes, I mean conditions. And this one's really no worse or no better than any of those. Got a little bit of rust down here. It looks like there's a couple layers going on. But you would attack most of this when you're doing the quarter panel. What else we got? Something. We might have a latch here. The latch is missing up there. This one might be with the this style. It's probably a legit one for this year. What else we got? Let's pull out my light again. More debris than anything. Oh, and he threw in a dash pad, which is serviceable, I would say. It's not great, but it's not really bad. It's a good get you by one kind of a thing. And they slip up on there. These are like the van. Like if you see how we took the dash out of the van, these A bodies, they pretty much disassemble the same way. The dash fits in there. Got little nuts on the back side. Put them in. And let's see. Let's look around here. What I'll do, I'll pull this 74 and up bumper out and the other one out, and we'll kind of clear it here. Maybe we'll see what we got here. There's one thing you always enjoy finding when you just get a car and you take stuff apart. This is the sill plate that holds the carpet down in the door jamb. I think we better just set it out here for a second. And then a lot of the home for these seem to be about right here. Wow. We had a whole colony. Time to get the raid. Alright, so we took both the sill plates off, and you see there was a mass murder of thousands upon thousands of these ants, these little black dots. And they was over there too, up behind the kick panel. And if you look under our carpet, we got some almost van specific type stuff. Look at this. It was a orangey brownish 1970s 80s paint carpet. One thing I'll add, if you got your carpet looking like this, before you pull it out and just throw it out, I know it's disgusting, but if you go through it a little bit, you'll find some little clips sometimes. Like this one goes on the kick panel that holds it to the sill plate, and we found a knob for a windshield wiper, and we even found a bucket seat side piece. But I need to get this carpet out here because it smells kind of like a mixture of death and old meatloaf or something. Somebody else said that recently, meatloaf. Probably somebody on YouTube. Anyways, credit to them. Now we get to take out this delightful family room carpet. They screwed it down in spots. This is one of those jobs that when you get done doing it, you better take a nice shower. Because you just feel like it becomes a part of you, and not in a good way. So, as I kind of figured, safe bet would be we'll have to probably replace the floors. Most of them, if not all. Alright, so it's a bit darker out. I took me a little supper break. Thought I'd come back out here and mess with this car just a little bit more before I go in for the night. Got this carpet out. That's big to me right now because that smell, that smell, whatever's vegetating in there, at least giving it time to dry out, okay. I also am going to take this grill off because it's awful shaky on here. It's missing the bracket here, so I'm going to pop it loose from here and just get it off so it doesn't get broken or something, because it's all there, so we don't want it to get destroyed. Also, I thought I'd show you and figure out what this car was. Now it's got a V8 now. Like I said, it's out of a van, and somebody's messed around with this car. Nothing against that. So I thought I'd take a look, see what we had. So on the VIN, made in 1972, we pulled up our VIN stuff here on the internet, and let's see what site this is. It's degeneratepress.com. 66 to 74 Chrysler Corporation VIN system decoding facility. So we'll go to 1972, and of course our V stands for Valiant because this is based on a Valiant, so that's the first one. And yep, Plymouth Valiant Duster Scamp, it's the A body. Second letter is an L, the low price class. So, and I can see that because it has no air conditioning, it has a manual mirror, no power steering, no power brakes, no disc brakes, small rear end originally, because it's got the 7 1/4. It's a little pencil rear end, and so yeah, that makes sense. Low. Now the third and fourth digits are the body style. This one is a 29, which comes under two-door sports hardtop, which is pretty plain to see. The window here does not roll down. It is a coupe window that kicks out, and then you have your flip out window. So there's that, and I can smell the inside of this car. Ugh. Okay, so fifth digit, this is where it gets commonly known as important. C. We have a C. It was a 225 single barrel 6-cylinder RG engine. So this was originally a 6-cylinder car. And then after that, we have our model year, and if it shows a 2, 1972. The seventh digit is for the assembly plant, which is a B. So it was made in Hamtramck, Michigan, which is Detroit. That was Dodge main plant. It's gone now, and what is there is, I believe, a Cadillac GM plant in the Polish area of Detroit. Most Dusters, Darts were made there. Not all of them, but most of them were. And that was where, obviously, Dodge Main, that's where a lot of stuff came out of. So, I'll show you some of the stuff we pulled out here. Here's the latch that I think will work on this one since it's missing it. Here's a little stuff you find. Dash pad nut. These are our screws that hold our sill plates in. Here's some really ugly bugs. And found the accelerator pedal and the throttle cable with the broken tip on it, no less, of course. This ashtray, I think, with that shifter in there from a B or E body, I think this is the ashtray that would have been in the back part of it. Of course, I don't have the console itself, but hey, even have cigarettes in there, of course. One headlight. There's a fuse in that little box over there. And again, the bucket seat hinge cover, a couple extra bolts, some screws for the the sill plate, and such as that. So we've pretty much decided it's going to need at least this floor pan, that floor pan, that floor pan, and I'd say might as well do that one, really. So we might do an entire floor pan piece where you don't have to weld the quarter sections in. We'll just do the whole piece. And I do know that if you do one of those, you'll probably have to take this window out so that you can slip the pan in there and lay it down. But you have to cut all this out and do it right. And we will do that. Doors look like they're pretty fixable. There's always going to be a surprise somewhere. This fender is a little rough. Looks like they may have did some patching here. There's a grinder cut, and it looks like they went down through here, and it's kind of banged up there, so they probably hit something. But the frame is solid. I have looked at this frame. It's very solid, and that's always been my thing. If this frame is solid, then some areas might scare you, but not all. Oh, the trunk. Let me grab my light for the trunk so you can see this. Sorry for the lighting. This trunk is going to need replaced too. This has been bashed upward. You might even be able to see the pitch of it. It's like kind of caved up. Well, the gas tank hangs under here. It's missing the gas tank. It's it's rotted down here. It's actually, as far as holes, not that bad. Usually this rots pretty quick, but it looks like it just kind of went under the spare tire screw section. And just kind of looking around, still surveying it myself, really. But this is probably good. When you get cars this old and you're going to do them up nice, it's almost best that this area comes out anyways if it has any rust around the edges. That way, kind of like the van, you eliminate that need for it to go, seeping through the sides and coming out in your bodywork and your paint. Oh, and we got some of these little holes here. You have the light showing through there. But these are little, 90-degree angles and stuff that we've gotten good enough at cutting that, and hopefully you would be too after watching if you weren't sure about it before. Just a lot of infrastructure that just needs repaired, refinished. It's not too bad up here, it looks like. These tend to rot out over here too, and it looks pretty good. But hey, this is our Duster now. This is project number 2, and right now this makes the van look really clean, really clean, and that's the way it is. You ever go to a junkyard and you look at all the clapped out, roachy cars that they have there, and then you go home and look at your project that you feel like might have been pretty rough, and then it looks like gorgeous. It's so clean, it's not as bad. That's the way the van looks right now. But in all honesty, I've seen enough of these cars that it kind of blows over with me. It's just like, that's what you do.